It's 8:18 on this Monday morning. Welcome back. So if you're looking to buy a home and really aren't quite sure where to start with that whole process, you're not alone. And there's a seminar to help walk you through every step. Joining us today, Joe Maez with Keller Williams Realty, April Herrera with Bank of Albuquerque. Glad to have you both this morning to talk about this important seminar that's coming up to really help people be guided through this process. Anybody who's bought a home knows that it's a difficult thing to do. So what are you wanting to focus on this weekend with this seminar?
Really, it's about education, right? People knowing what they're getting into before they actually get into it. So educating the public on what it takes to buy a home.
April, what are you going to cover exactly? What's some of the specific subjects?
We want to go through the process from beginning to end of what it takes to get a loan, what it takes to get pre-qualified, but to let them know the programs that are out there, as little as 500 down programs that the community don't know about. So we want to let them know of all the programs that are available out there.
You mentioned the down payment. I'm curious if that's something that you see people be reluctant to buy a home because of. In other words, is that a hanging point? Does the Bank of Albuquerque see that pretty often? Oh, I don't feel like I have the down payment. What's the minimum required?
Depending if they are qualified, I mean, we have programs, like I said, as low as $500 down, and we can get them up to $8,000 to cover closing costs. So some people don't have to have any money but that $500 as far as closing costs go.
And Joe, what's kind of the nature of the real estate market right now? Is this the time to buy?
It is a really great time to buy. It's getting pretty competitive out there, especially right now when people are getting their tax returns back and the fact that the inventory is shrinking. So this buyer needs to be more educated than ever before.
What's some of the, I'm sorry.
About getting into the market.
Yeah, that makes sense. And maybe kind of dipping your toe in with a seminar to get kind of some of your initial questions answered is probably a good way to do that. What are some of the technical things that people need to know about, technical terms that people need to be aware of right now?
Well, they need to be aware of, foreclosures, short sales, things along those lines. What is an inspection? What's an appraisal? What are just contractual terms, what there are out there.
Are there any special sort of secrets or tricks to getting into the home market right now?
That's what we actually want to share with the community, are those secrets, learning the education so they can save thousands on their next home purchase. We want to cover that from the beginning to the end once again, just to share with them. We're going to have credit repair there, how to rebuild their credit, and just going, like I said, over everything from start to finish when it comes to getting a new home loan.
This is such an interesting time of the year, too, to do this because we're in tax season. So a lot of people are thinking, oh, I'm getting maybe a tax refund, and maybe I do want to either save that toward a down payment or even use it, because you're saying it's as simple as $500 down in some cases. Why sort of do this during tax season, and what's kind of going through people's minds at this point?
Well, Adam, you're paying a mortgage one way or the other, right? Whether you're renting or you're owning, you're paying a mortgage. It's either your landlord's or it's your mortgage. Now when people get a tax return back, when they get their rebate back, they're able to put that as a down payment. Sometimes they don't even have to use that as a down payment. That's what April and her team are going to be discussing and educating the public on this weekend.
Well, it sounds fascinating. Give us the details, April, on where and when this is all taking place.
So it is going to be this Saturday, March the 7th. It's from 10 to 1. At the
Greater Albuquerque Association of Realtors. If your audience has any friends or family members that can benefit from it, because there is limited seating. We're on your show last week and we're almost full.
Oh,
so
wow.
if they have friends or family that want to take advantage of it, I encourage them to go to the website.
Is there maybe a repeat event then in store if you've got a lot of interest, I imagine?
Adam, it's going to be a huge success. We can already feel it, and this is our first annual. I believe we will do one next year.
Well, it's so good to have you both here. I appreciate it. And again, we'll be looking for the details, for the further details on maybe some follow-up workshops and all that. Appreciate it, both April Herrera and Joe Maez. Have a good day, guys. And again, we'll have more details online, krqe.com. Have a good day. I'll be right back.